London because on Sunday it is the marathon.
Finally, yeah. The day has come.
The day is coming. And it's currently Friday. It is 7:30. We're on the way to stay at Seb's brother's house in Bow.
Yeah,
Bow. So we won't be too far from the expo tomorrow at the XL Centre. So we will go pick up all of our stuff tomorrow, and then it will still start to feel real. I'm very nervous. I'm excited as well. I am excited, but I am pretty nervous. I don't know what about though.
Yeah, I don't know what you're nervous about. You've got nothing to be nervous about. No pressure. No pressure on you. I'm putting loads of pressure on myself.
That's true.
I've trained hard and well and consistently, so I'd be really disappointed if I don't.
But also,
like I know I can.
that's also though, it's crowded. It's going to be hot. There's bottles flying everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Should be nervous.
you.
No, you shouldn't be. I'm actually not that nervous. I will be when I line up. Like any race, any like park run, you get nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even doing a park
Should
run,
be-
I get
should be
fit. I feel like this, so it's natural to feel nervous. That's what somebody at work told me. Vicky, she said it's good that you feel nervous because it's a human response to doing something new.
Just got to try and work out what we eat for dinner time.
Yes, yeah. So Dom offered to cook, but we think we're probably going to get there too late. So we'll see if we can grab something.
Anyway, see you in a bit.
We'll see you in London.
Picking up the bib numbers. Just got to the XL Centre. A bit later than planned, but we had a nice restful sleep in the morning, so yeah.
Figured we should try and chill as much as we can today.
Let's do it. Wow.
Yeah, let's go over there. Here, this one.
Hardly any queue. Result.
Got our bags. Got our bib numbers. And we're gonna go get our t-shirts and have a little mooch. Mate, this is well fancy.
Found it. Murray. She smashed it. She's raised almost £2.5 grand. Insane, yeah. So we just went to the Alzheimer's stand. Sam got a Polaroid. And because she's a top fundraiser, she got a hoodie. Legend. It's so good, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm just getting my bag ready. It's got my sticker that needs to go there. Got my safety pins. Got my number, so I'm going to safety pin that to my t-shirt. I need to get all of that stuff out. I'm running for Alzheimer's Society, so we went to visit them at the expo today, and they gave us these to give to our families so they can write a message on there and hold it up, or it's like a clap thing, so they can be nice and loud. My photo taken there. They gave me a jumper as well. Where have I put the jumper? Oh, it's here. So we've got the marathon t-shirt. And then the jumper from Alzheimer's Society, because I was a top fundraiser apparently, so that was very nice of them. You can see, maybe see, I kind of tried to do my nails in the Alzheimer's colours. Didn't have any yellow, so I added gold glitter. Nice chirpy nails for tomorrow, so I'm just going to get this packed.
Cubs.
Yeah.
Multiple cubs.
evening. It's the night before the marathon. Just going to do a little kit run through. I know that's what you guys are after, so here it is. Start at the top. Got the trusty Keeley Athletics cap. I've had it for many years. Literally my go-to running hat. I wear it most times I go running, but yeah. Got that. Got the Oakley Suntos. Gonna be sunny, gonna need them.
It is going to be very sunny.
And I got the Adidas vest jersey things. Actually, New York Marathon one. Not that I've done the New York Marathon, but it's just it was quite cheap. But
Nice
yeah,
colourway as well.
nice colourway and pretty leger for tomorrow in the heat. And I got pretty much sponsored by Adidas, although I don't get anything for free. Adidas Adizero half tights. It is pretty good. They are getting a bit worn because I do wear them a lot, but I do for tomorrow.
They've got pockets on both legs as well.
Yeah, pockets for gels. Got the Adidas Pro 4s. Done maybe two races in them. A couple of sessions and not many miles on them. Pretty fresh. Good soft marathon shoe and very quick and light. Yeah, a bit better than the Pro 3s. I like them. So going with them. And then some socks. It's just socks, but that's just quite nice
They're
socks.
really nice. I really like these. They also
Yeah.
go with the shoes very well, but they're
Yeah.
like a reddy orange colour.
This
Yeah.
too shall pass.
Oh, that's cool. Could you choose what you had on that?
No, that's just what they say. I don't really understand it. This too. Maybe the pain will pass. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then fuel, got Precision Fuel and Hydration, 3 gel and 190 grams of carbs. So it's basically 3 gels. 3 gels. So I'm going to sip them because I don't really like faffing about trying to open a gel when you're running full tilt. So they're quite good. I'll carry one and have them two in my pockets. Pretty that. Caffeine, and that should get me through it. That's what, 240 grams of carbs over 2 hours 40. But yeah, I'll just hold it and run with the first one, just take the zip, undo the zip.
Nice.
Means I get through it quicker.
Very good.
That's about
And
everything.
obviously the most important thing for the day, the bib.
Oh,
Oh yeah, your bracelet.
Sam-made bracelet, let's go. And watch, obviously.
And your watch, yeah. What is your watch?
Just Garmin 735. I've had it for ages, but it's still pretty good. I'm gonna manually lap it every 5k and not go off the watch distances, go off the course distances, because that's otherwise, yeah, you could end up messing it up, the timings, because you'll probably end up running longer than a marathon, because just the way it is, with lots of people to dodge, you're not going to run on the blue line, but I will try and run as close to the blue line. But yeah, I'm going to manually split every 5k and looking for 18:45 or less, and do my best to do 2:38.
Very good. Alright, we'll start from the top. I've got this hat. I don't know what it is.
Nike.
Nike hat, Nike hat. My t-shirt is obviously my Alzheimer's Society t-shirt. My shorts are the Sweaty Betty Power.
These are new ones you bought.
Yeah. Sweaty Betty Power 6-inch.
They got gel pockets as well.
They've only got one pocket on the leg. They've got another pocket at the back of the zip, which is really good. Doesn't quite fit a phone in. Probably
Can't
would
you get
fit-
all your gels on that and not take that?
because I can't fit 8 gels in. If they had pockets on both legs, I probably wouldn't have to take this.
Yeah, that's a bit shit, innit?
Yeah, but they are great. They do not move when I run. If I put my phone in my pocket, it doesn't bounce. So I treated myself to those and they've been great. Bra is a Sweaty Betty bra. I don't know what this is actually. Sweaty, I think it's the like anti-gravity.
Floating boobs.
I wish. It is good, but as you run, the adjustment does go down a size down, so I've sewn it today quite badly, so it won't move.
That's not good, is it, for a sports bra?
When the adjustment stays in place, this is great, can't fault it. My socks are also Sams. I really, really rate these. My pants, you're going to see those. Then my shoes are the Asics Gel Keanu 31s. I really like Asics, got no faults with them. And then this. I really don't want to take this, but I don't have any other choice. I don't want to wear a vest because it just makes me too hot. and I just don't have any other way of carrying my fuel. My fuel is the Kendall Mint Company Raspberry Mint Energy Gel, caffeine free.
Nice.
I really like these. They are really liquidy, they are refreshing. Yeah, the only thing is they're pretty minging when they get warm. And that's going to happen quite quickly tomorrow, but I think that's going to be the case for any gel.
True.
So
No gel is nice, let's be honest.
no, so these are that's my fuel, and this is my belt. It's from Decathlon. It's got my tissues in for my inevitable tears. I've also got a Squares bar, and my phone will go in there as well, and then my water will go in my pocket on the side. It's just like a little soft pouch water bottle from Decathlon. So that's my kit. Do you want to know what's in the drop bags? If I was watching this, I'd want to know what's in someone's drop bag to know what to take to the end of a marathon. I've got this pouch. In here I've got blister plasters because that's inevitable.
Is that in your drop bag?
Yeah.
All of that?
Yeah. Voltarol because in case I've
actual
got knee pain or any other pain. I've got a lipstick and a lip balm because I don't want to look like an old hag when I finish, which is obviously inevitable, but I'd like to look as nice as possible. Deodorant. Paracetamol because it's going to hurt. I've got a power bank because I'm taking my phone to listen to music, and obviously so family can track me and find my friends, because apparently that's more reliable than the tracking on the bib. Camera for after. This is the camp snap camera. And then I've got clean underwear, fresh socks, fresh pants, fresh bra. And in here I've got Crocs for after. I've got a t-shirt, fresh pair of shorts, and I've got a hoodie in there as well.
Nice.
So that's what's in my kit bag. Inside the kit bag is obviously packed very neatly. He's got shoes for after, shorts, t-shirt, jumper, toilet roll because that is a must. So yes, that's what's in there.
That's about it. I've got
Can I make
socks.
this a bit neater because
Yeah, make it neat if you want.
okay. And then we've also got sun cream to put on if we need it.
Isn't she good?
Also, Body Glide.
Very important on the balls for me.
Balls.
Balls and nips.
Yeah, and I have to put this round, like underneath my bra.
Good
That
shit
helps
though.
sometimes.
Recommend it highly.
So good. And also for me, KT tape
For the knee.
for the knee. There you go. That's all our stuff. Now we're going to go to bed. Hello. Good morning, Sebastian.
Morning.
It's 5:38 on marathon day.
Oh yeah. Let's go. Race day morning. Time to have a coffee. Cheese butter from Italy, unreal. Good jam though, questionable. But
race bagel. Shit, nearly lost her.
It's 6:40.
Let's go!
We're on our way.
Walking to the start.
Well, how lush is this? It's a very misty morning.
Just finished. What'd you get, Albert?
2:48.
Absolutely fucked, but yeah, went out pretty well. But yeah, last 10k was savage in the heat, but yeah, nearly collapsed and lost my hat at the finish line. But yeah, super chuffed for that. 2:38.47. Albert smashed it. Now to find a cold beverage. Woo. Also go find Sam. She's about an hour in, so I'm gonna go cheer her on. It's absolutely roasting now, so yeah, she'll be in the absolute zone. So just stoked. Oh dear. Hey! Keep going. Come on.
Bye. Mother.
Mother.
Sam.
Sam. Sam. Well done. Keep going. Keep going. I know. Keep going. Some more time. Keep going. Not long. But long. Come on, guys. Go on, Nick. Go on, Blake. You got it. Just waiting for Sam at mile 25. She just crossed mile 23, so I reckon in the next 10 minutes she'll be here. Let's go. Come on. Let's go, Daisy. Almost there. You got it. Eagerly waiting. Eagerly waiting. She's close. I think she's coming here. Sammy, baby! Let's go, Sam! Woo! Love you. You're so close. 2 miles. Oh, you're looking amazing. Woo, 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 woo. Smash it. Bless her. She's fucking flying.
Yeah, let's get some photos.
Winner's medal.
Honestly, the drinks. Oh, don't worry about it.
Hola.
Hello. We both have colds, so sorry if we sound really congested and gross in this video. Enjoy! We're in Portugal.
In Portugal.
It's been a wee while since the marathon. 4 weeks? Yeah,
it's
4 weeks.
Yeah, almost 4
4
weeks.
weeks tomorrow.
But we need to do a race debrief So here it is. So London Marathon 2025. I think everyone knows how I entered, so I got an entry on Good for Age based on my Madrid Marathon I did last year, so that's a 2:50, and chucked an entry in, and lo and behold, got lucky, or had a quick enough time and got an entry. And my plan was probably just go for it, really. Try and my initial target was to knock 10 minutes off my time so a 2:40. That was based on a half marathon I did in Bath the year before, and thinking I could probably hold that pace for a double marathon.
Is that what that was for based
roughly,
on?
yeah.
I did not know that.
I thought, well, if I can hold that for half, and if I train a lot more, I might be able to do that for full. So that was my initial target, and then I found out that there's a championship time 2:38. So I thought, fuck it, go for that. So yeah, that was when I get at November time, I knew. Yeah. So I sort of started to think about training, and my plan was to get a lot quicker, and focus on some 5k over Christmas, and do your 10k, and also do a half marathon in the build, to check that I was sort of on track for that. And to be honest, it all went really well. I pretty much hit the times where I wanted to. Some points I didn't, but that was probably more conditions. But yeah, and the training, generally was pretty consistent. I hit most of my sessions and long runs. A few odd ones I missed or moved, but a few weeks were down on the mileage. Well, to be honest, I think I did as much as I could, given the time.
100%.
So I went into London really fit as I've ever been, to be honest, and yeah, ready to bury myself, really. On the day, obviously it was hot, but it wasn't massively hot, so that was a little bit of concern. Everyone was saying that, oh, you got to run slower, and I was like, no way, I'm going for this. This might be the last time I run the London Marathon.
You were in the first wave, weren't you, as well?
I was in the first wave.
Which was at 9:35, was it? 9:45?
Yeah, just
so it was still quite early
a minute
on the
after
day
the
when
pros.
Seb
Yeah, so a lot of it would have been cool, but the sun was out. But I was like, look, this might be the last one I do. Like, I could enter next year on my time, but I'm probably going to focus more on triathlon. If this was a bit of like a, why not try and get a fast marathon time while I'm 35. I'm not getting any younger, so this might be my fastest ever marathon time, unless the training's hard, and I don't know if I want to go through that again. So I was like, just go for it. In terms of the race, the time, as you know, was a 2:38.47, which I'm mega chuffed with. Like, my target was 2:38, so that'd be running 3:45 per kilometre splits. So my aim was really to go below that, which I think if it was a little bit cooler, I might have been able to do. But
for sure.
Given the conditions, I ran ran well. I'm super proud of that. Splits wise, the first 5k downhill, so I took it easy, just ran my tempo, what my marathon feel is like. So I could have gone a lot quicker, but I think ultimately I played that quite well. So my target was to do each 5k in about 18:45. So the first 5k was a little bit quicker, 18:23. So that felt easy. It felt super easy, and that's what you want. And then the next sort of basically up to 30k, I was really consistent with my splits, running 18:42, 18:49, 18:41, 18:42, 18:46. So they're all sort of bang on my target pace. So at the 30k point, I was on track for a bang on it, probably just under a 2:38. But as you know, when you get to 30k, things do get a little bit harder, and that was the turnaround. Like through Canary Wharf, I was pushing to keep on pace, and I knew that once I get on that turnaround, it would feel easier, because on the way home, there wasn't really any wind. It wasn't like a tailwind or anything, but obviously the heat was there, and it was basically a straight black long embankment all the way to the Palace. But basically I said to myself, I was like, you got 10k, just go as hard as you can. And obviously the support was unbelievable. Not that I really took it in. I was sort of in a world of pain. There was a lot of times on that last 10k I wanted to stop. Like, everything in me was like, just stop. It's just the time. But I was like, no, Seb, crack on. So I kept G'ing myself up. But yeah, so I managed to close the 30 up to 35k, 30 to 35, and at 18:58. So that wasn't too bad. Not far off my goal time. And then the last sort of 35 to 40 is obviously when I really struggled. I still managed 19:23, so I was, yeah, that's an average of 3:53 per kilometre, so I definitely slowed a lot coming up to the embankment, and then I think the last 2k I just sent it and just went into an absolute K-hole. I think my heart rate was over 190 for the last 5k,
really?
and peaked at 200 over the line. Yeah, I did sprint to the line, but I did save it, so you know, overall time was 2:38.47. like really chuffed with that. Like I got to the line, I didn't collapse or anything, like I did sort of, but I soon had some water and a bit of food and I was fine. So yeah, I'm mega happy with that. Like it just shows like consistent training, thinking about your training, running in the right zones and getting a feel for it, it will, you know, it'll just pay off. It's simple, like as long as you execute well and there's no major dramas on the day, you're going to run well. So I think anyone can do that if they can, willing to put the time in. Not this time, but as in a time that you can basically set a goal, that is an achievable goal. I know if I go, oh, I can run a 2:05, I'll never be able to do that, but something that's achievable, something you know you can run that pace, maybe for a 5k, and then you've got enough time, you can probably get there. So that was good. So good points of the day. What would I do again? So the fueling went really well. I think I went through the fueling earlier, so that went really well. Finished that all with about 5k to go, so I didn't leave anything on the course, and I didn't bonk at all, so that was good. The only my limiting factor on the day was just legs and just effort. You know, I was at my maximum effort, and yeah, so no, I did have the energy, so that was good. That went really well. I carried it well. Didn't feel like I was like my shorts were lagging down a bit. Didn't feel like that until they got wet. That was actually a bit annoying, but that's fine. In terms of, obviously it was hot, so the water stations were key. I just took every water station, most of them. I'd grab a bottle of Bucks. I don't really drink much water because I can't really drink when I'm running, but I just tipped over my head, and that probably slowed you down a couple of seconds. So there's probably a couple of seconds in there every time you went.
It.
Yeah. No,
you could have done that without
exactly.
doing it,
But I'm
so
just saying. That's one factor, that if it wasn't as hot, I wouldn't have stopped at as many. Well, I didn't stop, but ran through. You know, you sort of to divert off the blue line, you slow down, and then you got to accelerate. It definitely takes seconds to do that. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I don't think I overheated. Had a hat on, glasses on. It was great, really. So everything went pretty well. Anything I'd change, I would probably get a better pair of shorts, or a newer, tighter pair of shorts. They just looked a bit saggy at the end, but they were fine. Literally, for the one marathon I'm going to do, there's no point buying new shorts. I would put my name. I'm really gutted I didn't put my name on my hat or something. When you got a name, people just shout it. And obviously when I was supporting later, every time I saw a name I was shouting it. And I think at one point there's this guy called Bruce was running at me, and everyone kept going, Bruce! And I was like, I'll pretend that's my name for a minute. And apparently my parents saw me later, and I completely just had no idea. So my mum was apparently in the middle of the road waving, stop! Yeah, getting told off by marshals. But yeah, I just had no clue. I think I saw them twice. I remember seeing them, and they saw me 4 times. You know, just an amazing day, really. Like I wish I took it in more, but I was really on the limit the whole way. But that's fine. I'm more happy that I achieved my target, or pretty much my target. Then I enjoyed it, and I could go back next year and pay someone or jog around or do whatever if I really wanted to take in the atmosphere. But it is unbelievable. Yeah, everyone should try and do it at some point in their life.
I agree.
Just an amazing experience, amazing run event. Like it's not, I thought it'd be like like getting the train to the start would have been a nightmare. No, literally fine. The train easy, just walk up to Greenwich Park, hit Blackheath, literally like no queues to get into the zones. We got there early enough, and that like toilets absolutely fine. Bag drop, piece of purse, drop your bag off, pick it up.
That was
make
really
sure
good.
that I had trainees in there, had everything I needed, a jumper as well. For afterwards.
They had big water stations in the zones, so you could get water beforehand.
And then you could jog around. There's a little loop, people would jog in.
Yeah,
you can see
maybe I caught some of that on the footage. I can't remember.
And you see the the pros are just warming up as well. So I saw like Alex Yee and like Kipchoge. They were just running up another road. Give them a shout. So that was quite cool.
Yeah.
And then your wave gets called, and in you go. You wait for a bit, toss your jumper into the charity thing, and start walking. And before you know it, you're crossing the start line and
The most surreal experience.
the watch is on and you're like, fuck, I'm running a marathon now.
Yeah.
And you start running, you're like, fuck, I've got to hold this pace for
So
2.5
for you,
hours.
when you went through that start line, was the crowd there at that very beginning?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's-
really?
but I didn't notice them because it's so many people, like everyone running and everyone's sort of like running quite quick. I'm going round people, but I wasn't mad. There was no one going too slow, but I was on the curb a lot, getting past people.
Wow, so your wave was big.
Yeah, they had the championship going, and it was quite big, yeah. And then, but I think by about 5k, or like actually probably by about 3k, you're running in your own space, and there wasn't any dodging to.
Yeah.
But the first sort of 2-3k, like through Greenwich, coming down the hill, like I was sort of like on the curb. Yeah, Mr. Rob Spencer, went past him, gave me a good luck. So yeah, but that's me. Sam, your turn.
Mine was very different to Seb's. I still loved it. I had the best day. It was amazing. But I think we documented that I had to stop my training for like 5 or 6 weeks because I had a bad knee, which massively impacted my running for 100%.
Because you were running so well. You were training. We did that run in Stroud, didn't we? And you
Yeah.
literally did like 2x3k marathon pace. And this was like 2 months out, and
Yeah.
it felt right.
It felt so good.
And it was, you did so well.
I was like loving it. Was really like so proud of my body because I've never been a runner. I've never run that fast before.
Yeah, and you
My goal was to do it in 4 hours,
you would have run.
and it felt
You kept
achievable.
going. Yeah.
But then my knee went, and I think this is all through not stretching after a run. I did a 10k, and then at the weekend, like a Wednesday, and on the weekend I did 16k, and I didn't stretch properly after either of those, and that completely messed up my I can't remember what it's called, I'll put it on the screen, but that inflamed on both knees. My right knee first, then that recovered, and then it was my left knee. My left knee was so much worse. So I was going to physio and stuff like that, and then eventually got back into it about 3 weeks before the marathon, I think, maybe 4 weeks. And my pace had just dropped massively. My fitness had dropped quite heavily. I was doing strength training as well at the gym to try and make sure that I could
You were about 5 weeks no running.
yeah 5 or 6
Insane, yeah.
weeks.
We're just
But it was like in a key part of the
yeah,
marathon
it's like
training
it's
where
like
you're
it's the
building up
build
that length.
phase.
Yeah, it was so frustrating,
Yeah.
and it was like mentally really, really frustrating because I knew I was likely to do what I wanted to do. I was following the Runner app, which I would highly recommend.
How much training you got? About 4 weeks. So basically, your knee got better, and we were like, right, you got 4 weeks just to get fit enough to run it.
Yeah.
And obviously, you're 4 hours. You're never going to run 4 hours, but still think you did fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Considering
I was really,
only
really.
pretty much only 4 weeks training.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
run.
My knee had been great, as you saw. I had it all taped up. I managed to do it in 4 hours, 45 minutes, and 21 seconds. Got to race day, and I was feeling confident that I'd be able to run the whole thing. I went in with Seb into the holding pen, and Seb went off with Holbert.
Quick shout out to Holbert, smashed it.
Yeah.
2:48, so 10 minutes off his Madrid PB.
Yeah,
So,
unbelievable.
good job, man.
It was really fun, like having the three of us there in the
Yeah, that
morning.
was fun.
I had to wait for another 14 waves before I could go. So my start time was 11:45. It was getting hotter and hotter and hotter by this point. So I was pouring like water down my neck to keep me cool, and I think that worked an absolute charm. So the beginning was really exciting, like watching that start. You watch the buzzer go and like all the elites and the championship, and then the first wave go off, which was really emotional, really cool. And then I just basically spent the entire morning going back and forth having nervous wheeze and pouring water over my neck. Eventually it was my turn to go, and I went through the start line, which was the most surreal experience, very emotional, and there was like no one there.
Yeah, because you went at 11:30, yeah.
Nobody was on that there was like maybe a handful of people on that stretch, which were, bless them, like absolute legends for staying out there all day. It was slightly disappointing. It's not what you see on the TV. So the later you start, the less crowd there'll be at that beginning bit. So my family, that was great. That was really fun. It was a complete shock to see them because they told me where they were going to be. I had no concept of where I was. Absolutely no idea where I was. My knee was a delight. It didn't have any pain. It didn't hurt at all. It just worked beautifully. I was so thrilled. I saw my family a couple of times, got to the halfway point over Tower Bridge, and that was unbelievable. Do you remember going over Tower Bridge?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I remember like it was pretty scarce by that point, so there wasn't many people.
Oh really?
Yeah, no. crowd unbelievable,
Oh,
but
right.
like, in terms of runners, that was
Yeah.
quite cool. So I felt like I had it to my not really to myself, but I remember turning, and then you got to come up, and yeah, it was just like a wall of noise, and yeah, it was insane.
Yeah.
And it was just halfway, and I was like, it's not quite halfway, and I was like, oh, I wish it was halfway, because it'd be really good if it was, because I'm ahead of time.
You get to the halfway point and you're running one way and the 30k's are running opposite you, so you're crossing path, and that is horrible. That is the worst thing I could have seen, because I knew that what I still had to come, they looked defeated. My mental state then was like, fuck. I don't know how I'm going to do this. It was getting hotter by this point as well. They had hoses, like showers going, which was really, really good, unless you got your shoes wet, which is what happened to me.
I tried to avoid them, but I think I ended up getting pretty wet, and then everything was sort of sagging a bit. But luckily I didn't get any chafage. That bloody got like unbelievable.
Yeah.
But I did try to avoid getting my shoes wet, because I didn't want to squelch your feet. Did you?
Yeah, so I managed to avoid getting my shoes wet until the very last shower, I think, or 2 showers before, and that was bad. Got my left foot wet, and my socks, I could feel the seam of my socks rubbing on my toes, and it was, I've had blisters before, and you get bruised toes training for marathons and running, and I've never felt it whilst running, but this was something else. I actually considered stopping and taking my shoe off and going to a medical tent, and I thought, no, don't do that, because you don't know what you're going to find, and then you won't want to carry on running. I sort of like just kept going. 30k came, and it was horrific. I couldn't stomach any more gels. I don't think I needed them, to be honest, either, but I couldn't stomach any more gels. I had a Squares bar that I tried to eat, and I couldn't do that either. And it was just really, really hard. First half was really enjoyable, and the second half wasn't at all, really. Yeah. My pace at the first 5k was on target for me to get a 4-hour marathon, and then obviously, because it was all downhill, so then I slowed down considerably after that, and then 30k was a big slowdown. Lots of walking.
Not massive amounts of walking.
It wasn't. No, it was like walk, jog.
Jog. To run a 4:45. You're definitely jogging most of the way.
I was a bit disappointed until I heard how many people had struggled and like fainted. There was 2 incidents that were really upsetting, where I saw two men had passed out, and I think that's when it hit me, like,
it was a tough day.
This is really dangerous if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not aware of how your body feels.
Like, look at all the running in front, a lot of them 50 minutes over their target time, didn't hit their PB, so it just makes your effort, what we achieved, like more, it gives it more, like, was really good.
Considering as well, that's my first ever marathon. After not training for 5 weeks.
So after I finished, I had a beer, I met with my friend Dave in Holbert, he had a beer, and then we went on course to cheer Sam on about 38k mark, so not far to the end, and then we walked and met you when you finished.
Yeah.
We went for pizzas, didn't we?
We did. So you go through your finish line, you get your medal, you go and get your bag at the bag drop, and then there's letters that you can meet your family at. But it was so hard to like get a signal, tell people where you were. We went for pizza, and that was so nice. We had a big salad and pizza, and we did have to keep standing up throughout the meal because our legs were going really stiff.
You were.
Did you not? You were right. Oh mate,
fine.
I had to keep standing up because my legs were just getting stiffer and stiffer.
They're fine, but the next 4 or 5 days, literally just, I walked into work and literally just hobbling everywhere.
I'll put some footage of me trying to get down the stairs here. Throughout the marathon, I was thinking, I'm never going to do this again. I don't think I will ever tell anyone to do this. This is horrendous. Like, there was points where I was like, well, why have I done this? Like, I'm never ever going to tell somebody you should do a marathon, it's amazing. I don't understand that mindset at all, because like my cousin's done 3 and she said like, it's amazing, Sam, you're going to love it. And I remember thinking, she's completely lost her mind. Then on the drive home, when you were driving home, I started to like feel this elation of like, holy shit, that was amazing. The feeling of accomplishment and just the crowds were amazing. I also didn't have my name on my t-shirt, I think you saw, and it was such a shame. It was so annoying, but it did mean that I heard our friends call my name and our family when I was running past.
Saw Amy, yeah.
Saw Amy, saw Joe, saw Laura, and I cannot explain to you how much I needed to see those people when I saw them. It was at those times where I was feeling really, really low. At one point I ran over to Joe and Laura, and I was just like crying, like, this is so hard, and they had no idea I was crying. They're like, you're doing so well, keep going. And I ran away like with tears coming down my face. Would I do it again? 100%. It was amazing. It was so amazing.
Yeah, I always thought, yeah, because I could enter again next year, and I don't know what I'd do, because if I go back, I sort of in one mind I'd be like, okay, I'm going to try and go quicker, or I'd like to, well, the other option is try and enjoy it, but I'd like to maybe pay someone if someone else gets entered.
I would love you to pace
yeah.
me, but I don't think that would work, because it would be too slow for you to enjoy it. I'm not sure I want to do it next year. I think I'd, maybe the year after, but this year, next year.
Did a bit of a lot, yeah, you did have to enter the ballot, wouldn't you? And
But we'll do it for charity again.
do it for charity, yeah. You raised it's worth
I raised
mentioning
so
that.
much.
Have you mentioned that yet?
No.
It's unbelievable. It's raised almost £3,000 for the Alzheimer's.
Oh, let's have a look.
Unbelievable. You should be so fucking proud of that. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
literally
even make me
insane.
cry. Yeah, I raised, oh my god, actually I'm gonna cry. I raised £2,729, and my target was
250.
250, because I didn't think people would give me money.
1,000% increase.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like, yeah,
So
you could be so
yeah,
proud.
just a massive thank you to everyone that had sponsored, because I'm so grateful, and it was so wonderful. Like the charities have spots throughout the marathon, and they'll see you with your t-shirt on, and they'll suddenly like really loud and cheer, and that was really emotional. That was really cool. And you'll like see people also running for the same charity, and like people are like tapping on the back like, well done, keep going, and that was really lovely. Just the like general spirit of support from
human.
runners, from the crowd, from sorry, I just blew my nose again.
So like it's all the good side of humanity comes out for any sport event, but especially like the marathon. Everyone's supportive of it from TV.
It's unbelievable.
Everyone's just loving it. Everyone's like, go on, and everyone's joking, everyone's drinking, everyone's cheering people on. Everyone's just
People are
nice.
handing out
Doesn't matter who you are, where you are, where you're from, what you are. It's just nice, isn't it?
It's
just warm, fuzzy feeling. Everyone's in a good mood. Like you get free London transport, don't you? So you just walk on the tube, and everyone's like, yeah, well done, you got a medal, and there's loads of really cool stuff.
There was a viral video. I'll try and insert it if I can find it, of a guy who just finished the London Marathon. He had his medal on. He was going down the tube station on the escalator, and the people that were going up were like cheering him, and everyone was clapping, and it was just like,
it's great,
amazing. Basically, it was fucking amazing. It was really hard, but we would both do it again, because it was such an incredible experience. And if you have entered the ballot, or if you're thinking about doing it for charity, or if you are doing it for charity, do it.
Like your toenails, don't run a marathon.
No.
That's like,
I'm about to lose all of the toenails on my left foot. Seb's lost a few.
I've lost one and then bruised, but they're always bruised from running. But
That's our 2025 marathon.
wrap.
Yeah, all wrapped up.
And now you should start seeing some content from this holiday we're on. We're
Why we're in
actually
town.
3 weeks in. This is the Portuguese coast. Very nice.
Thank you so much for watching. If you've got this far, well bloody done, because this is a long old video. Hopefully we'll see you soon for some very different
Stuff.
stuff. Yeah, no more running stuff. That's done for a while.
Yeah, we're on the van life bandwagon now.
Oh yeah, we love
All the
a
cliches.
trend. Anyway, thank you so much, and hopefully we'll see you soon.